The Kaaba is the holy place of all Muslims around the world. The Kaaba is located at the center of Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is considered the house of Allah and Muslims offer their prayers while facing it. It is called the Qibla of Muslims. Muslims from all over the world want to visit this place to perform either UMRAH, which can be performed at any time of the year, or to perform the yearly Hajj, which is to be performed once every year, and all able Muslims are obligated to perform Hajj at least once in their lifetime. FTD Facts fam, how's it going? Leroy Kenton here. There's so much to know about the Kaaba, honestly, like literally endless information. But in this episode, I'll be sharing with you just 10 surprising facts about the Kaaba, things that many Muslims don't even know. Starting off at number 10, many reconstructions. The holy building of Muslims has not been the same since it was first made. Instead, it has faced many natural disasters like flooding, for example, and it also has come under attack, which caused a lot of damage to the building. So with that said, the building has been reconstructed several times. According to most historians, the Kaaba has been rebuilt around 12 times, and the most recent renovation in 1996 used cutting-edge technology to fortify it against natural disasters. According to Islamic belief, Prophet Adam, Prophet Ibrahim, and Prophet Ismail, and Prophet Muhammad all helped to build the Kaaba. Next up at number 9, let's take a look at the color of the Kiswah. This is something that a lot of people actually just never knew. If you guys don't know what Kiswah is, well, it's the black cloth that covers the Kaaba. But here's a fact that you probably don't know about the color of the Kiswah. It's that it hasn't always been black. Some people didn't even realize that it was actually a cloth that covers the Kaaba. But either way, primarily, the tradition of covering the Kaaba with Kiswah began during the Jurhum tribe's rule. The Prophet Muhammad later draped the Kaaba in a white Yemeni cloth. Then, with the passage of time, caliphs used a variety of colors including red, green, and also white. And the Abbasids, they eventually settled on black to eliminate the Kiswah's frequent color changes. And since then, only black has been used for the Kiswah. For number 8, let's talk about the shape having changed. The Kaaba has been standing at the same place where its foundation was laid, and there are no major changes in the shape of the Kaaba. But with time, there have been some minor changes that took place in the building. With the initial foundation, the Kaaba was originally more of a rectangular shape. It got its cubical shape when the Quraysh rebuilt it because they couldn't rebuild the entire structure due to a lack of funds. But a cube, rectangle, not too far off in terms of shape. It wasn't like the Kaaba was an oval in shape and then became cubed over time. No. The next fact that many people don't know is that the door has changed. Originally, the Kaaba had no door, according to historians. Then it had 2 doors. One was for entering the Kaaba and the other was for exiting it. It also had a window on one of the walls, but now there is only 1 door of the building and the window is also removed from the wall. However, there is a door inside the Kaaba which is used to get access to the roof. Now I want to talk about what's inside the Kaaba. Many people are very curious to know what is actually inside the Kaaba. The inside of the building is supported by 3 pillars. There are several lanterns and pot-like structures that hang with a string between these pillars. People say that these pots were gifts given by different kings, and there is a small table that can be seen with one of the pillars. Plaques commemorating the rulers who renovated it can also be seen hanging on the walls, and the upper part of the walls is covered with a green cloth embroidered with Quranic verses. There's also a golden door called Bab at-Tawbah on the right wall that leads to the staircase leading to the roof of the Kaaba. For number 5, did you know that the HAJR-E-ASWAD is broken? So the stone inside a silver case is called the HAJR-E-ASWAD, and it's a stone which is placed at this place by the Prophet Muhammad himself. The stone is holy for the Muslims and they kiss the stone when they visit the Kaaba. Originally, the stone was a single piece, but after facing floods, sieges, and even thefts, it is now broken down into 8 different pieces. Also, did you know that there are custodians of the Kaaba? Yeah, this is a very interesting fact that really surprised me. Only one family, the family of Al-Shaiba, have been the custodian of the keys of the Kaaba for the last 15 centuries. The key is inherited by the eldest member of the family. The keys of the Kaaba were bestowed on the TASM tribe before the Quraysh, and it passed to Khuza'ah, then Qusay, who gave it to his son Abdul Dar, who handed it down to his son Uthman. It went from one person to another until it rested with the Bani Shaiba, the sons of Shaiba. It is still inherited by their successors, as I mentioned. For number 3, let's look at the cleaning of the Kaaba. The cleaning ceremony of the Kaaba takes place twice every single year. It's done during the month of Shaban, and next time it's done is before Hajj during Dhul Qa'dah. The cleaning is done by the Al-Shaiba family. Of course, they're the ones that have the keys to the Kaaba. And the building is not cleaned with ordinary water and cleaning detergents. Instead, the cleaning mixture is prepared from Zamzam water, Ta'if rose water, and expensive oud oil. For number 2, the door is open to everyone? No. Okay, so let me explain. There are only a few people who are allowed to enter the building of the Kaaba, but it wasn't always that way. The Kaaba was initially open for anyone to enter and to pray inside at any given time. But over time, as the number of pilgrims wishing to enter the Kaaba grew, well, it created a lot of fuss and sometimes even friction. So the doors were closed and only a few special guests are allowed to now enter the building and offer prayers inside of the Kaaba. And for number 1, Tawaf never stops. So the act of Tawaf, which is the ritual of walking around the Kaaba 7 times as part of the Hajj in Mecca, reflects that the Kaaba is the spiritual access for Muslims. Tawaf is continuous, 24 hours, and this practice does not stop except for the 5 obligatory prayers. Just as all matter in the universe revolves in a constant circular motion around a center. So yeah, that's what this Tawaf practice symbolizes. Even during floods, people perform Tawaf by swimming. They're like, I can't walk, so let me just swim. That is dedication, right? The act of Tawaf, like every orbit, represents the worship of one God, Allah. That's all I have for you guys in this episode. This was a look at 10 things you didn't know about the Kaaba. I hope you all liked this video and tell me which of these facts was the most surprising for you. Sound out below in the comments section. If you're a new viewer here to FTD Facts, you know what I'm gonna tell you to do. Subscribe and ring the bell because I definitely don't want you to miss any of our future episodes. We post educational videos daily here on FTD Facts, so come back every single day to learn something new. Until next time guys, stay awesome, stay educated, and I'll see you soon.